Good morning, everyone. Maybe good afternoon where you are, or evening, but it's morning here for me. I am Nisha, the Aligned Pretzel, and I haven't been live on my personal page in so long, I almost forgot how to do it. So, if your name is Ruby Ryan, if you're my mom, please don't watch this. You wouldn't approve, I don't think. Hi, Cassie. So again, my name is Nisha. I am the Aligned Pretzel. Please just drop me a little comment when you hop on, where you're watching from. I'd love to see how far this video is going. So today I'm going to talk about moon time, and I need tea. If you don't know what moon time is, it's your period. And this is something that I've been really interested about because I've had a lot of struggles with this. And as a nurse, I have a huge background in, hi Rochelle, how are you? As a nurse, I have a huge background in obviously women's menstrual cycles and fixing those, but of a different nature, right? I worked in labor and delivery for quite a while, in their operating room. And I did work in gynecology too, in the operating room. But that is all about, how can we fix this with surgery and medication, and it's so not my path. And I think I knew that. But so I want to talk about moon times. This is something I've been really, really hesitant to talk about in my coaching business because I think it's kind of, I don't know, I guess I was kind of scared to really be myself. But it's a new year. It's a new me. And yes, thank you, Rochelle, for tuning in. Love that you're here. Okay, so moon time is your period, okay? That's what it's called. Because we are meant to have our cycles aligned with the moon, okay? Now, I just did an ebook that you guys can grab. It's on my website, thealignedpretzel.com. Under the DIY section, there's a free ebook about what it means for you when your period is on the full moon and when it's on the new moon, just for your energy, so you know. But I'm not going to talk about that today so much. Although, who knows, I am really good at getting sidetracked. Raising our power together. Yes. Rochelle recently did a seminar of mine, and she found it very, very changing. Hi, Sharon. Okay, so moon time. So I wrote notes so that I made sure I said everything, because I tend to get really distracted on these lives because you guys interact and I love it. Hi. And then I forget what I'm talking about. Okay, so moon time. So we have light and dark in the cycle, right? Your 28, 29 day cycle, your average, right? So we're going to talk about the dark time first. So, sorry, the light time first. So the first half is your light time, okay? So when you're in that pre-ovulation and ovulation stage, that's the light. And this is when we're super energized and we can do anything. Squirrel! Yeah. We're super energized and we can do anything. Hey, Lucia! And we have all this energy to do all the things, right? Especially, I'm gonna kind of morph this for business babes because that's who I work with, but primarily. But so in this time, in this ovulation and pre-ovulation phase, the light phase of our cycles, we have all this energy. We're like, go, go, go. Oh, we're accomplishing so much, and it's just like, woo, it's crazy, right? You feel like you could just go on for days. This is the time to be doing your big launches, or those really heavy marketing for something that you have, right? That personal outreach. That's the time to be doing that because you're energized, your actual energy is on fire, right? So that's what I recommend for this team. But here's the thing about society, and so I was a nurse. As I said, I worked in the operating room mostly. And I found this every single month, and I would just beat myself up, and I knew something wasn't right. And now that I finally embraced my true femininity, my divine feminine, I know, I get it. we're not meant to be go, 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 go all month long, okay? And even in that, like, there's a line between go, go, I'm hustling and I'm in masculine energy, and I'm going with my energy. But that's another life. So, like, we're not meant to sustain that high energy where we're like, oh my gosh, I'm just so productive today. Like, let me know if you guys have noticed certain times of the month you're way more productive than others. And then, hello, your period comes around and you're a lot more tired than you were before, and you don't understand. And just drop me a little, oh look, you can put a little flower. Put a flower, yeah, if you're like, oh, yeah, I definitely notice a difference in my energy levels depending on the time of the month. And if you've had a hysterectomy, okay, I get you. Truth, yes, yeah. Oh, hi, my Auntie Mavis is on here. You're not going to approve of this live, just stop watching right now. Completely drained. Yeah, exactly. So if you've had a hysterectomy, you'll still notice the changes with the moon, like when the full moon and the new moon comes. So the new moon is probably when you'll be tired because that's the dark moon as opposed to the full moon is the light moon. Got it? I told you to stop watching. My aunt is on here. My family will not approve of this this live, but this is my power and this is what I'm doing, so too bad. Also, I love you. Okay, but this is what happens when you go live on your personal page, but this is a huge message for many women, so, like, we need this, so it's happening. Okay, so you're not meant to go, woo, so much energy, right? Everybody just jumped a bunch of flowers in the comments. Thank you. You're not meant to go, 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 right? And so for so long, I fought against this. I'd still be going to work, you know, like 12, sometimes 16 hours a day on call, even though I was on my cycle and I was in so much pain and I was so tired. And I would say to myself over and over again, why am I so tired? That's my period. And the people around me do the same. My boyfriend still does this. Aren't you concerned that you're so tired? No, I'm not. Actually, doing it for them. Don't do it for you and us. Yeah, I don't know what you meant. Mary, thanks, flowers, thanks. Doing it, jeez. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay. I got you now, Rochelle. I didn't understand what you meant first, but autocorrect. Okay. See, I got distracted again. That's why I write notes. Yes, okay, I got it. No, I'm not concerned that I'm so tired. When we look back to tribal times, okay, people say, oh, women were shamed for having their periods and they had to go sit in tents. And I've done some reading now. I just finished reading Witch. Oh my god, I hear it. You guys should read this. Like, seriously, I have trouble finishing a book usually. I'm like, scroll brain. Woo, woo, woo. But this book, Witch, by Lisa Lister, I just happened to pick up because I was like, oh, the term witch is so offensive. And it will change your mindset on the word witch, first of all. Because all she talks about is female empowerment. And yeah, I finished that book. I just got it when we went to Kelowna for Christmas. And I've already finished it. And I didn't pick it up till like a couple days after we got home. So the last few days in December, and I already finished it, so that's really epic for me. It's a really good read and really talks about like the difference between societal views of red tents and what they actually are. So red tents were actually meant, according to this book, for women when they're on their cycle, when they're bleeding, they would convene in a tent together to connect with each other as a sisterhood, for starters. But then also, like, this was your time to scale back, right? To like really go in. It was not about shame. It's about like embracing and tapping into that divine feminine, because that's when it's the strongest. So now let's talk about the dark time of your cycle, okay? So talk about light the first half. If you missed that, please tune in. Thank you everyone for watching, by the way. Love you guys so much. So we're going to talk about the dark. So the dark is the premenstrual and menstrual cycle. Isn't this funny how this aligns so much with the moon, right? The new moon's a light moon, or sorry, the full moon's a light moon, and the new moon is a dark moon. I always say new moon because I was always having my period on the new moon like this, and now it's switched to the full moon. Sorry, I'm not really sure what's wrong with my throat this morning. Apparently I'm not supposed to be on live video, but I just love it so much. Okay, so the second half, premenstrual and menstrual phase. So we're not meant to sustain that high energy that's in the first stage, like throughout the month. That's the difference between like, oh, why am I so tired, and not honoring the body, and just like you are where you are, and that's where you're supposed to be, right? So as a nurse, I used to push myself so hard doing these shifts, despite the fact that I knew I didn't feel well, that I knew I needed to sleep more, yet because, well, you just have to go to work, like that's just how it is. And now I see that we really should be taking time off during like the heaviest day to like really rejuvenate, right? I mean, if you could take a whole week off, that'd be amazing, or like your however long your cycle lasts. But I remember like being wheeled out of the operating room. I was scrubbed one day because the cramps were so bad I couldn't stand up anymore, and I just remember just absolutely just bleeding through my scrub pants and having to change several times a day in the operating room, and just I remember this just so vividly, like. And I get now that I have like done womb work and started to tap into my divine feminine, that has gone away. Like that heavy bleeding has gone away, the cramps have gone away. So you can heal that, just FYI for those of you who don't know. Okay, so the second half is time for like rest and restore, right? This is your time to be rejuvenated. Like stop pushing yourself through, and like we only have so many choices right now in our life. So if you have a 9-to-5 that you can't take, time away from, for example, then you make it work, right? But if you're a business owner, and like this week I am on my moon time, so I'm very much like not as present on social media. Like I'm still here, but I'm not as present on social media. Yourself, yes. No more pushing. And I'm allowing myself to sleep more. This is a time as a business owner where you do the back end stuff of your business. I've been hella working on my website, designing my new programs. I have a new group program starting January 31st, which this stuff will be in it, by the way. Go really deep into like aligning yourself with the cycle of the moon. Because side note, like that's really like what we're supposed to do. We're cyclic, expansive beings. We're supposed to be aligning ourselves with the universe and the moon. And Mikey's love watching you right now. That's so cute. That's what we're supposed to do, right? Okay, so by the way, like, I mentioned it in my ebook, like this is the time to regenerate. This is a time when you're hella creative. This is a time to be like writing your social medias, your social media posts. This is the time where you're supposed to be like you're planning your content, you're maybe creating programs but not really launching them right now. What else? Doing back end stuff in the business, like your creative side, right? And tapping into like, maybe you love to paint, right? Maybe you love to write, like your creative things. Your creative juices are the strongest at this time that you are bleeding, okay? And also, your intuition is strongest because your divine feminine is like open to receive. Like I'm open, I'm here for you, okay? So it's the strongest at those times. So your creative juices, obviously intuition, and like sensuality, etc. Hello. Thanks for watching. So connection to divine is strongest. Creative juices are strongest. I said that already. I think I have some tips for you guys if I don't burn this paper on this candle. Okay. Okay. But here's the mindset change. Time to just, when you are in your bleed time, your moon time, instead of like pushing through whatever it is that you need, like, is it a big deal if it waits till tomorrow, next week, right? Like, you know where you're at. Like, you inherently know what you're supposed to be doing. If you're supposed to be resting, if you're supposed to be like putting yourself out there in a big way, you just have to tap it and ask, right? Maybe I'm getting sick. I feel kind of sweat. But we push through this, and then what happens to almost every woman out there is like, your body is trashed. You are so tired. You can't seem to catch up. And I know this is true for you healthcare providers because I have freaking been there 10 times over. We invite imbalance. We invite emotional and physical pain and dis-ease. And I mean that in the way of, yeah, not easeful, but also, hello endometriosis, hello PCOS, hello all the cramps that you have that leave you on the floor. Like I said, I've healed these. I was actually ready to go in for exploratory surgery for endometriosis because I couldn't find anything that was wrong with me, despite the fact that I had these absolutely cramps that would put me to the floor. I bleed like crazy, and they put me on this medication and that medication, and nothing helped. I tried an IUD, it didn't help, you know. Actually, ironically, I literally contracted the IUD out because my womb was literally like, no, 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 out, right? Your divine feminine knows, right? And it was just contracting the whole time, like, nope, you're not supposed to be here. Anyways, okay. So the menstrual cramps that you're getting are really emotions and your body reminding you like, hi, I'm still here. I need you to tend to me. I need you to relax and rejuvenate, recharge yourself. That's what this time is for, okay? Your bleed time, your moon time, that's what it's for. So that you can come back full strength Wonder Woman when it's over, right? Like, actually feel into your emotions and your energetic level and don't push what you're not supposed to be, right? Okay. Who is ready for 3 ways that you can do this? What is wrong with my voice today? Seriously. Sorry, guys. Okay. So 3 ways that you can just ease into your womb, or your moon time, your womb time. Heal your womb and allow that divine feminine to really take over, okay? And if you don't know, divine feminine equals intuition, equals creativity, equals self-love, equals open to receive money, open for sexuality, sensuality, yeah. Okay, first one is womb connecting. I talk about this all the time. Simply just hands on your low belly, or this book, which actually talks about like putting one hand on your heart and one hand on your low belly. I like both, but so whatever comfortable for you. And you're just literally just breathing into it with those deep belly, like Dirga breaths from yoga, okay? Those full, expansive breaths. And just like simply asking how it feels today. Like, I do that every morning before I get out of bed. It's non-negotiable, okay? And since I really stepped into my goddess power, now she wears a crown. You can just visualize her and ask how she's feeling. It's your womb. Hey, Becky, how are you? Becky and I did yoga training together. I haven't talked to you in a long time. Okay, second one is goddess bath. And actually, my client told me about goddess bath, and I'm like, well, what's a goddess bath? And I realized I'm doing it already. Of course I am. So this has lots of different, I guess, ways you can go about it. Oh, I gotta move. My foot's asleep. Okay. So goddess bath seems traditionally like a queenly bath. Is like taking milk and some honey, maybe some oats and essential oils, rose essential oil, okay, that's the goddess. and rose petals, and you're just kind of like soaking in it and just letting yourself simmer. Um, Personally, oh, thank you, Becky. Thank you so much. Personally, I break out all the crystals that I have, line them up on the bathtub, like on that ledge. I've got like Epsom salts, and I've got different essential oils. What else to do? Sometimes I do a bath bomb, and just allow yourself to soak in that, okay? And just, I know some of us, it's so hard to stay still, so just really just feel into it, right? That's the last time you took a goddess bath and like just allowed yourself to sit there. I swear that's how I finished this book, because it's just sitting in the bathtub. Also, like, we don't push this enough, like taking a bath. It seems like, oh, that's for kids. But honestly, it's very rejuvenating, and feminine energy, the element is water. So if you want more feminine energy, you want more ease and flow in your life, drink water and put yourself into water. Really simple, right? The masculine energy, so the yang is fire. So, you need to balance the two, right? Fire and water. And that totally makes sense for this time of the month too. Oh my God, Epiphany. Your first time of the month, like I said, your pre-ovulation and ovulation, that's when you're fired up, right? And you need to cool it down too. Like, we need balance, people. Okay, last thing, this is why I told my family not to be on this live, is a womb massage. And I don't mean from the outside, just so we're clear. And you can do this with essential oils, and some of you are probably gonna be like, ooh, while you're bleeding, you're gonna do a womb massage? Yes, 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 okay? It's not, this particular is about pleasure, but that's not the end goal. The end goal is comfort, right? And stimulation, and just allowing and actually acknowledging, yeah, you have this powerful being right here inside you, but you're just not willing to look at it and use it for better, right? You can use it for manifestation. You can use it for divine intuition. It's my biggest tool in my business, okay? So you can use essential oils to kind of warm yourself up. So you can use like a base, like a coconut oil, something like that. And then just add your favorite essential oils in. So just a little bit. So I recommend, like, if you're really crampy, then like peppermints, kind of cool it down. And then if you just don't really have cramps, but you just want something like ginger would be really nice. And you can just warm it up beforehand if it's like, feels kind of cool to you, and just touch yourself away. That's it. So yeah, those are my 3 things. Tell me how you guys like them. Give me a star if you love them, or a diamond. I love the diamond emoji so much. If this stuff resonates with you, if this helps you, are you doing this now? Like, let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. A couple of you watching right now, and thank you so much for watching. By the way, let me know where you're watching from. I said at the beginning, but I don't think anybody did. Love to see how far this video goes. If you're watching the replay, let me know replay and where you're watching from. So that's pretty much it for now. So I'll just do a quick recap, because people are just coming on in and out, in and out. There's a dark and light phase to your moon cycle. And I'm just going to do a recap. So all of you that watched, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. And you can grab my free ebook on thealignedpretzel.com/DIY. I can link it here afterwards. What was I going to say? Oh, yes, recap. So there's a light and dark phase to your menstrual cycle, okay? Your 28-day cycle. The light is the pre-ovulation and ovulation phase, where your energy is the highest, right? Where you really feel energized and like you could accomplish so much. This is where you do your big launches and all the like high energy activities of your business, okay? And the second phase is a dark phase, and that's your premenstrual and menstrual phase. And this is your time to take a step back, rejuvenate. Is that? Oh, those are diamonds. I was like, are those waves? Thanks, Rochelle. Take a step back, rejuvenate. Also, thank you, Rochelle. Thanks for sticking with me till the end. That's awesome. Yeah, take a step back, rejuvenate, recharge yourself, connect to your divine feminine. Like, remember that she's there, right? That you have this power within you, not only to manifest, but to tap into your intuition, to have a huge business tool, to be able to attract your ideal clients with ease, right? That's all within you. Your creativity, sexuality, sensuality, your ability to receive money, what else? Self-worth is all locked into the sacral chakra. Oh, thanks, Rochelle. The sacral chakra, your womb, your divine feminine, it's the same. It's all in there, locked away, waiting for you to unlock the key, okay? Unlock the lock with the key. Anyway, you know what I mean. So that's the gist of it. Feel free to grab my ebook. It's going to talk about, like, what does it mean about you when your periods with the moon or the new moon. It also has some yoga poses for connecting to the sacral chakra, and allowing, you know, kind of healing and stuff in there, and talks a little bit about menstrual cramps and dealing with that as well. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, send me a message. I do have group programs starting, like I said, I think I said this, January 31st. It's Divine Feminine, Feminine Energy Mastermind. So it's actually really about, like, feminine alchemy, changing your feminine energy. Elise, hello. Interesting. Reminder, final or instinct. Bodies are so amazing. Yes, it knows what you need. You just have to ask, right? Elise is another nurse as well. We went to school together. So nice to see you popping in here. Again, I have a community, the Aligned Pretzel community. Love to see you guys in there. Of course, we talk about a lot of this stuff. But yeah, there's a group program starting. Of course, I'm accepting one-on-one clients as it's the new year for my programs. So I'd love to make some time to speak with you guys if you're interested in that, right? So my coaching is all about tapping into the divine feminine, aligning yourself with the moon and the universe, how to manifest, how to book your soulmate clients on repeat, no matter what your business is, right? And opening the divine feminine allows you to open up your intuition, your sexuality, your sensuality. I think I've said this like 5 times now. And your ability to access and receive money, right? So that's kind of where we're at with that. So yeah, feel free to message me if you want some of that goodness. And there's lots of good DIY resources on my website as well. So I'll link that for you guys if you're interested, or you can just send me a message for the link. And I'm so excited to connect with you all more. I'll be going live on this page, my personal page, a lot more. My family can just deal with that. Talking about periods and pleasuring yourself. But yeah, I'll be showing up here a lot more, and so I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you. And thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate you. Happy Sunday, or maybe Monday if you're in a different hemisphere. And yeah, I think that's it. Today, obviously tea. Mike got me this mug for Christmas, isn't it? The best. And sushi. That's an awesome day, yeah? Okay, talk to you guys soon, and yeah, you know where to find me if you need me.